As the school year comes to an end, many families will be packing their bags for a well-deserved summer vacation.
And as every parent knows, when you're traveling with children, a little extra planning can go a long, long way.
Allison Umbrick is a travel expert and the author of Mom's Guide to Traveling with Kids. Welcome back to the show. It's always nice to have you here.
Thank you for having me.
So where should parents take their kids? What's a great family destination?
So there's a couple right in our backyard. If you're driving, I think, well, maybe not right in our backyard, but I think the Outer Banks is a great family vacation. Close enough. It's about a 9-hour, I think, 9 or 10-hour drive. The Outer Banks is a great place in North Carolina. The beaches are beautiful there. It's relatively affordable compared to some other beach destinations. I think also if you're driving, I think a great place is Maine, especially in August when it gets a little bit warmer. But there's some beautiful spots in Maine that are great for families. If you're flying, I think the Caribbean is a good option, as well as California, where it will be warm out there, but you may not get as much humidity as we have around here. And then also, if you're up for it, a trip to Hawaii is also a nice option.
Who wouldn't be up for that?
All those are family-friendly areas.
Absolutely.
Very good. Now, let's talk about some of the tips that you have for families. You say, really, if you're going to fly, you avoid flying late afternoon. Why is that?
Absolutely, because summer afternoon thunderstorms happen all the time, and they often cause airline delays. And so you don't want to be delayed anyway, but that on top of it is will really cost you.
Because generally people think about flying later because their kids are usually that time is when they're napping or something.
Yes,
so
yes.
You're saying don't do it because of cancellations, possible
Absolutely.
cancellations.
And if you have the last flight of the day, too, you're more likely to be canceled, and you may not be able to take off to the next morning, which could really put a damper on the start of your vacation.
And speaking of planes, you recommend bringing socks and an extra sweatshirt along?
Absolutely. When the heat is on, we wear less clothes, and it's sort of like when you walk into a movie theater or a restaurant on a hot day, and you get that blast
and
of air conditioner.
That is a great tip.
Do yourself a favor and bring socks and a sweater.
Now, you also say consider travel insurance.
Yes. In many destinations, it's hurricane season. For example, in the Caribbean, hurricane season is June to November, and while it's a great option, it's a good idea, especially for families, to protect yourself by getting travel insurance. Whereas, because if a hurricane happened before your trip or while you're on your trip, you can protect yourself and you could be eligible for getting your money back.
Is it very costly?
No, I think travel insurance, I would say, is about 5 to 10% of your total trip. It usually ranges about $99 per person. It could be less for kids, but I always recommend travel insurance for families.
All right, you say look around for some great hotel values. How do you do that?
Yes, so if you just go on some great websites, if you go online or you use a travel agent, ask a travel agent to look around for you. I mentioned the Caribbean is a great option. I saw a 5-star hotel in Jamaica that is normally about $450 in February. In July, it's $139, a 5-star hotel. So the Caribbean and places like Hawaii, and even some ski resort places in Vermont, it's low season for them. So whereas February, the winter is high season, these hotels are offering a lot of value, and it's a great place to go.
What websites do you recommend?
I usually like to go on, if I know a hotel that I like, I'll go on their website and look for specials. I also will check out Expedia or Travelocity, some of those websites. I like Travelocity for airplane reservations also, because if your dates are flexible, you can fill out a form, whereas they'll tell you what the cheapest days are to fly during your date range.
Well, that sounds terrific. A lot of great tips for people that are looking forward to have some fun this summer, heading out the door. Thank you so